Namaste. In your soul path, are you ascending or are you descending? Do you understand what is ascension and what is descension? Do you understand what are the factors that you need to put in balance in order for you to descend into earth, into matter, or to ascend into a more expanded way of seeing reality? Let's start with the principle that we are always simultaneously ascending and descending. That there is a fluid in our spine that brings the information from earth, all the vibration, all what is happening, all the movement, all the moods, all the cycles. All this information is announced in that vibration that comes from earth, pass through the chakra system, nourishing and enhancing each of the chakras and the organs and all the earth bodies, and announce to the sky or to the immensity, to creation, to the vastness, what is going on. If the earth is announcing, I am in distress, you will receive that anxiety through your nervous system and through your chakra system. So there's always a vibration ascending. In the same way, there is a vibration descending. Usually that vibration is related to your connection to your higher self, or parts of you that are more expanded or have different points of view of the same thing, instead of only one or two or three. They have a much more global perception. So these two energies always going through your spine, through the channels of the Ida and Pingala when we talk about the Nadi system. It always goes and distributes in the body through your nervous system. So you're always ascending and descending constantly. How conscious you are, depending on your availability and self-connection to that subtle energies. There is also a process at the level of your soul, meaning all the trajectory and learnings that you have acquired in different incarnations, in different planets, in different dimensions, in different experiments that you have chose. The soul at one point need to learn to live in the third dimension. In this planet, it's all about humility. It's to learn balance, humility, and cooperation. This trinity creates an infrastructure for the soul to descend. That is what the earth is about. We incarnate in a human form, in a race that is a warrior race. We like to blow things up, and anything we're reactive, and we want to solve things and by war and discussions, and so we are a warrior race. So you have to adapt to descend into that kind of race. So there are many passages in that descension that helps the soul to understand different points of view. In the same way, if you have been in the planet for many, many incarnations, It comes at the time when you need to move out of the planet, when you are ready to move to another planet, to another vibration, to see Earth from the outside instead of the inside. And that is the process of ascension. Sometimes we value more the ascension because our concept of heaven on top and hell on the bottom, but in reality have nothing to do with that. Both are necessary. So, in the process of descension, and that's what I want to talk to you today about, we need a trinity that is the law of this planet. It's the more fundamental trinity that we see in animals, we see in nature, and we see in ourselves. However, we are not given the importance that it needs, and we don't know that its alignment is producing a great force for us to accept Earth as we are, meaning our body, its function, and its mission and purpose. That trinity is the more gross part of creation. It's the trinity of matter. And for you to survive, and for you to transcend mentally, because all the time you are thinking in this trinity, one part of the trinity is sex. It's something that occupies many of your brain. You think about it, actually the whole society is producing how to be more virile, how to be more beautiful, all this just to have the pleasure of sex, which in sex means the effort of the earth to reproduce. So it's based in the lust, it's based in the hormones exchange, it's based in the olfactory system, but is very much part of our biology. When that vibration of sex is transcended, meaning by owning it, by not fighting, oh, I should not have it, it's impure, or I am doing it too much, or I should have it, or I should not have it, or others should please me. All those conversations, when you start relaxing into it, this gross vibration start to move into a more higher frequency, meaning that the waves of that vibration, it becomes more rapid, it becomes more harmonic. And it's in that where from sex you move to love, you move to compassion, you move to integration with the other at the biological level, at the subtle level. You have transcended sex not by rejecting sex or not by indulging in sex. So that's one point of the Trinity. That sex have a Trinity itself, and within that Trinity is another Trinity in itself, right? So we need to understand that Trinities are all Trinities within Trinities within Trinities, and that's what it forms the greater Trinities, the sphere of creation, the matrix of creation. But let's continue our story with this sex thing. Hopefully it will be an interesting theme for you. I know you think about it. It's part of the base. We come back to the base and then we refine it to any intermediate steps between sex and love. Then we have the other point, the base part is sleep. How do you sleep? How long do you sleep? How do you rest? How well do you prepare your environment for resting and sleeping? So in that sleep state is embedded the wisdom, the quiet background that see and witness everything. It's in rest that you relax, and it's in relaxation that you expand. And that is wisdom. Within that sleep trinity, there's also other trinities. The sleep, the wisdom of sleep, and so on. So in the sleep, we can relate also to sex. So if you can imagine now, sex in one corner, sleep in the other corner, and to complete the triangle, the trinity, the top will be food. Those are the three things that makes you instant move. It's the part that is the surviving thing. It's not that they are bad, but they are just the gross level that when they are in alignment, that trinity, you start be ready to descend. In the food, we can discuss many things about the food. Many diets that are in fashion, many styles of eating that have moved from ancestors. 100 years ago was, meat and wheat, and now it's no meat and wheat, it's something else, right? We are seeing the cutting of diversity in food. We are not anymore hunter-gatherers. We are eating from all over the world, having different vibrations. So food is the fuel that you have for this trinity to move. So we can see that the food is the prana, the force, the life, the nourishment. The sex is the creativity, is the reproduction, is the expression, is the passion that goes outwardly. And the wisdom, a place of relax, is the place of integration, is the place where you are observing you and living your experiences with meaning and purpose. So this trinity in the center facilitates a downwardly movement. Actually, the triangle is facing down. Downwardly movement. And the more you descend, you will encounter two jewels. The jewel of simplicity and the jewel of humility. If we see the people and tribes that work with this trinity, remind me of Amazon families I have encountered. They're all interested in sustaining themselves and eating and reproducing and in resting. When I was in the Amazon, I was married and I was young, and we used to make love away from the tribe, from the clan we were staying. Often, of course. And one day, one teenager asked us, "Why do you hide when you going to copulate? Why do you hide? We were perplexed. We didn't know what to answer to that. But the realization of our morality was surely in front of us. But anyway, the story is more that in my experience, the people who have this trinity in alignment, they have a very grounding nature. And they have a simplicity and humility that they are not even aware of it. They're just so natural. And that's what is the culmination of descension. It's when you have all your attributes and you are not even aware of them. Like if you are a woman or a beautiful woman, you don't go, oh, I am beautiful and so on. You don't even know that. Right? So all your attributes of generosity, joy, enthusiasm, giving, gratitude, expression of yourself, all that, it becomes so natural. You don't have any intermediary of thoughts or emotions in between. And that is the simplicity, and the simplicity makes efficiency. Your head is not efficient. Your hands are humble, simple, and efficient. Your head can say move in this way or that way, but it's the hands that say, whoa, it's only today I can do this much. The rest, I need to rest, I need to eat, I need to create something different in my life. So this trinity is a tough one for many people. You may have found a partner who counteract or help you to balance this out. But you need to prove to yourself, and this is a test of every incarnation, on the equilibrium that you have in this trinity. Once that foundation, that structure is in place, you can start ascending. The deeper you go, the higher you go. And that is the envy of the heavens, is to be in form, to sustain, nourish, and create form, and to acknowledge that as I am the one that align all these forces, all these vibrations that are manifested in matter. Anything in food, procreation, or rest is the most fundamental trinity that you can have to be happy, to be balanced, to be simple, and to be humble. Namaste.